everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Bearded Truth. I think we're on episode 26 or 27. The numbers are all whacked out because I have to like redo the thumbnails, and I was telling you, Waltumus today, like it's just all whacked out because I had to remove Daniel and Max episodes. So I was trying, so now I'm all kind of like confused about like what episode is what, but I think we're on 27.
There you go. That's impressive, especially for beard content.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you're cranking through them. That's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been fun for sure. So I kind of, for anybody that doesn't know who you are, why don't you kind of talk a little bit about yourself and kind of like how you got started in the bearded community and like in the beard game and all that kind of stuff.
Sure. So my name is Walt. I go by Waltumus Prime, bearded. It's a nickname I got in like high school. So I started in the beard community. I broke up with my ex probably in like February or March, right before COVID.
Yep.
And I started growing a beard. It just didn't work out. But yeah. So I'm noticing I'm getting issues with the beard with no maintenance, literally. I mean,
yeah,
just little beard dandruff, stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I gotta start taking care of this.
Yep.
So I decided to go get some Dr. Squatch. I ordered offline the Dr. Squatch oil. It was okay.
Okay.
It was all right. And then I got some Cremo.
Oh no.
Yeah, Cremo
Yep.
wash and conditioner. And I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing. And I started seeing scuba videos. So I'm like, okay, I start watching scuba. It's got some interesting content. Started watching a few of Dancy's, but really not too much into watch Dancy. And then I popped in on a Saturday night hike with Dave from Bearded Motivation.
Cool.
And I started talking to him, and this dude was like very engaging with everybody and just super easygoing and cool. So I was like, okay, I like this. I like this community that everybody seems to be really, really legit. So I started getting more into it, and I realized like there was like this whole community, and that was probably like, I'd say maybe September that I started watching Dave from Bearded Motivation.
Cool.
So realized it was this whole community, and just everybody there was really cool. It's very, very vast. And I think, you think about the amount of people around the country and outside the country, you're north of the border.
Yep.
People across the pond, everybody's into the beard community, and it's just really cool to be able to have those type of friendships with different people.
Yep.
That's about it. And now I've been kind of getting into sharing people's content. I really like doing that. I really like promoting other reviewers. I don't really have the time to review.
Fair.
It's cool, but my job doesn't really allow me, because I know it's very time consuming. I don't think people realize how time consuming reviewing and editing and just cutting and just B-roll and all that stuff that goes into products. Because y'all should be getting paid for what y'all do, but in your own way y'all do.
Yep.
So that's why I like to promote. I like to promote you, Dancy, Dave, Ken from Bluegrass. He's really cool. It's kind of the core group of guys that I just really enjoy their content. So I try and promote them, and any of the companies that I really love, I'll promote them as well.
Yep.
So that's about it right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When you started getting like serious into like the bearded community, what were some of the early companies that you like kind of started interacting with and then buying from?
First one was like I said, Dr. Squatch, but that was like probably like right after I started growing a beard, and I didn't do much for about a few months. But probably like around like in October, September area, I got Beard Octane.
Oh, nice.
And I loved it. Citrafella was just crazy to me, just unbelievably good. And then all of a sudden I started seeing Bearded Coast and the Fine Beard Co. and just so many good companies out there. And that's the hard part, is trying to get down to, I want to try everybody,
Yep.
and that was my
Facts.
goal in the beginning. That was like my goal. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to buy one or two of each company that everybody's really talking about to figure out what I like. And I was like, maybe 3 or 4 months later, probably in January, I'm like, there's just too many damn companies. I can't keep up,
Yep.
So I, in the meantime of doing that, I was trying to figure out like, what's the difference between these companies? And I started learning about carrier oil blends. And I started learning about, what works well with me, meadowfoam seed oil, or is it sweet almond oil? I realized that something with too much sweet with grapeseed just doesn't work for me, and something that has too much castor, it just doesn't want to absorb it. So I kind of have to have that medium viscosity. And that seems to work really well with me. And that came through me trying to kind of like figure out what my beard wants, It's its own living thing, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, like for me, like Artius Man, that's the thickest I'll go. I tested Mythical Beard Co. recently, and their oil was way too thick for me. Like borderline like almost impossible to get out using the dropper.
Right.
It's
I heard
I just did a review on them recently. Yeah.
So that's about it for how I kind of went around to different things. I also started fooling around with like learning the process of how they make their oils and everything, and and how they make their butters and their scents. And I just think it's such a cool thing, it's a hobby in itself.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I definitely want to experiment more with that in the future at some point. I don't have time with trying to keep up with like content.
Funny, man, it's so much work. I didn't realize it until I started seeing people post about it and talk about it, and like just like a 20-minute video could be like hours of editing,
Yep.
And who knows how many takes y'all have to take before y'all get like the right one,
Yep. Yeah, usually, well, for me, I can't speak on anybody else, but for me, it's like, especially recently, I'll just like set up my camera and then just kind of let it run and just like have notes with me, and then like so I'll like film a section, check out my notes, and then film another section, but like, the camera will just be running the whole time. So then so it'll just be one big file, or not huge, but one single file, and then I'll just cut out all the spots where I look down or if I like mess up words, like, and that seems to work like better for like speeding up the editing process instead of having to like do one take, go check it, do another take. Like so that's what I've been doing recently with my videos.
I always thought it was kind of cool when Dan C would do like, he'd have the intro, then you'd have his conclusion, and he would do like little screens.
Yep.
So that kind of helps like kind of cut it up a little bit to where he can kind of make it a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's a nice touch for sure. Yeah, 100%. So I can see you got a pretty decent collection back there. What are some of your like most used products right now? What have you been what have you been like loving recently?
Chesapeake.
Okay.
Been all about Chesapeake's been great.
Cool.
Doing a little bit of jolly old fat man. That's really cool. And it's crazy because both of them make great butters, but they're completely opposite spectrums. Like Chesapeake is that vitality. It's whipped. It's super light.
Yep.
It does its own thing. And then you got jolly old fat man's dirty snow, where you hold the can and it's like a brick. It's just heavy. It's heavy and dense, and it's just, it works great. It's very conditioning. A little goes a long way.
Cool.
And just completely opposite spectrums, but both work really well for my beard. So it's just interesting to see how different companies make their own stuff. But
facts.
I think Chesapeake I've been on a lot with. Beard Coast I really enjoy. But then I still go back to Beard Octane, and I do some Weather Beard sometimes. Kind of
cool.
Do a few different things.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I've got because I've been for a little bit. I was testing Beard Ting's whole lineup, and then I've kind of stopped like doing that, and then I've been testing Karim Nadirtha's like whole lineup pretty well. over the last like week or so, just so that I can get reviews ready for that. And then yeah, Bearded Coast, I'll go back to Salty Vibes, oil and butter once in a while, just because that butter is just incredible. Like it's
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Scott from Bearded Coast is just such a cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't wait to try out beard things. That's one of the first things that I'm going to do once I get get a chance to really
Yep.
look at his website and maybe put a little cash aside. And I think
Yep.
maybe I know shipping's a kind of an issue, so I don't want to just buy one oil. I want to make
No, for
sure if I
sure.
buy stuff, I want to get like a good solid set of stuff.
Yeah, you gotta do it proper. Yeah, totally.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I ordered right on launch day. Because he told me, because him and I talk a lot. Actually, he's gonna be on the podcast tomorrow. I think 4 p.m. we're starting that. It was supposed to happen earlier this week, but then just stuff happened and his weekend got crazy, and so we're doing that tomorrow. But yeah, so him and I talk a lot, and so on launch day I ordered an oil and a balm, and then he threw in the rest of the lineup just because like I've been like sharing his content and supporting him, and like we like video chat like once a week or like once every couple weeks. Yeah, so he hooked it up.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I've heard really good things about Andy. Like,
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
that's his name, right? Yeah. Like,
Yep.
just even outside of just talking to you, I've heard people say great things about the guy and his company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that wanting to do something more, even during the midst of like a pandemic.
Yeah.
The guy starts a beard company. Which is really cool.
Yep.
Got to respect that hustle for sure.
Oh, totally. Yeah, and he's back to a new full-time job and like doing that on top of beard things. It's like he's always doing something.
Oh yeah, that's his life. Is probably working at his own company or working at his regular job.
Yep. Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, he's the man, and yeah, the products are really really solid. Like, I've got vintage leather in today, and it's like I can still smell it. And I've had it in since like probably 8:30 this morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's some longevity there.
Like not like 100% like pick up the whole scent, but you can get hints of it like when you like look for it.
Right. It's subtle. It's very subtle.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and
the fact that you're not having to reapply, that's still soft and everything.
Yeah. Totally.
That's good ingredients right there. I was looking at scent profiles, and you had that one where it was like tonka bean and a few other things, and I was like,
yeah, that's smoked amber.
I was like, that just seems like a very deep scent, and I love that stuff. Pedro from Black Rebel does the deep scents. It's just like you do that double take when you smell it. It's got weight to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so smoked amber is amber and tonka bean, mid notes of oud, base notes of sandalwood and vetiver.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That I'll set you right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that one, besides Vanilla Killa, is the longest lasting scent for me, like in my testing so far.
Yeah. I mean, I like my citrus scents. Like I got Citrufello from Your Octane, but like I also like my ouds and like those deeper scents that are like those cologne scents that you can wear at and during going out to dinner or something,
Yep.
That's cool.
But yeah, and if anybody that's watching wants to check out Beard Tins, I'll put my my affiliate discount code down below with a link to the website. Really good stuff. Shipping is the one thing that's unfortunate, but not without saying too much, we're working on that.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's why I knew when I'm going to check out his website, I want to make sure I'm prepared to get a few things because just buying an oil isn't going to work.
No,
you're spending so much in shipping. So.
Yeah, it's literally like the shipping. Like if I think one oil is like 18 or 20 US, and then like plus I think like just about equal like in shipping.
Yeah. So yeah, it makes it. I might as well just get like the. Does he do butters or no?
No, not yet.
No butters. Okay.
Yeah, but
that's cool.
He will.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think summertime, hopefully, from the last time I talked to him. But yeah, that I'm excited for because then because like I'm primarily a butter guy, so like having the beard ting sense in the butter as well, like that would be awesome.
Yeah. I like the butter too. Like what I do
Yep.
is if I got a butter and I got oil, I'll just use a little bit of oil just to kind of work more on the skin, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll use the butter more for the hair itself.
Yep.
Because I just feel like if I'm using just oil to do my whole entire beard, sometimes I feel like I'm using a little too much, or because
That's
it takes
fair.
a lot.
Yep.
And I don't have that big of a beard, so I can just
Yeah.
imagine someone like you have to use a lot of oil.
Oh yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, it's at least one full dropper,
Oh
if not a
wow,
little more.
yeah,
Yeah. But then like compare me to somebody like Dan C, and it's like,
yeah. That guy he's so funny, and he
yeah,
has this video where he slows down the video and he shakes his head. The
yeah,
beard moves really slowly,
yeah,
and
yeah. In the intro,
I
yeah, I've
laugh
seen that.
every time I see that. It just cracks me up. It's so
Yep.
funny.
Yeah. No, totally. Like his, and it's fun. Like, cause like since first discovering Dan C, like I've gone back and like binged like a whole lot of his videos, and it's cool. Like despite like the improvements in like camera and audio quality, the style is still the same, and like
Oh yeah.
he's still the same.
He reminds me of, like, his style is so different from Dave or Ken. Like Ken reminds me
For
of
sure.
like guys chopping it up in the locker room and just messing with each other.
Yep.
And then Dave is kind of like your buddy that you hang out with and joke around with. And then Dan C is kind of like this little leader type thing.
Totally.
And the
100%.
hard part about Dan C's live streams though is there's so many people.
Yeah.
I don't know how he keeps up.
No, honestly,
That's
it's
skill.
yeah. I think the his stream on Wednesday hit I think 300 viewers at one time.
Yeah, and he's just able to catch a lot of it. Like the
Yeah.
majority of the comments he catches. So it's
Yep.
definitely a skill that he must have picked up over time. I couldn't imagine someone hopping on a stream right away be able to really process that 300 people are sitting in front of you.
Yeah. No.
You got all their attention. You know.
Yeah. I think my record on it, because I haven't done like a YouTube live stream yet, but I think my record on Instagram is like 14 or 15, maybe.
Yeah. Well, Instagram's a lot tougher too because
Yeah.
it's harder to see what the comments are. It's a
Mm-hmm.
little bit different. I think once you get onto YouTube and start doing those live streams, it's a little bit more open format. You get the
Yep.
StreamYard going.
Yep. Yep.
I think it's gonna be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I could say that with the live streams that's been bothering me a little lately is that people feel like they have to be has to be a giveaway in order for them
Yeah.
to hang out there.
Yeah.
Like I've
No.
had a few. I was on a stream. I'm not gonna name names, but I was on a stream one time. Someone literally popped in, said, "Hey, are there any giveaways?" And
Was
the
that
guy's
like
like, "No,
was that Wednesday?
I don't think so.
Because I
I
saw
don't think so."
I was listening to Dan C's live stream. Yeah, it was yesterday. Was Wednesday. I was listening to his live stream in the background while I was like working on getting like my podcast like onto Spotify and all that kind of stuff. And and somebody like I think asked in the chat, "Is there any giveaways happening?" And he's like, "No, no giveaways today, but probably next time." And then it's just like, then they probably popped out, and it's like,
And I'm like, that's just,
yeah,
to me,
why?
it's like you're missing the whole point of the beer community. If you're just showing up for giveaways, then you shouldn't probably be hanging out in the beer community anyway.
Yeah,
That's not the
facts.
type of vibe we want in the beer community. And that's
Mm-hmm.
just me, you
No,
know.
100%.
You want, I talked to a few people about who are content creators. You want loyal, organic growth. You don't want to be paying for anybody to show
Organic is
up
the key.
what's that?
Yeah, organic is the key.
Oh, for sure. You don't want to be paying for comments or paying for likes or paying for subscribers. You want real organic growth that people are going to be there because they enjoy watching your content and they're there to support you.
Yep.
So that's my thought on it.
Yep.
It's worth about 2 cents. So
No, 100%. Yeah, that's the thing that always kills me when like there's people like doing content creation properly, like putting in the work, like putting out high quality content, like, and then you got people like The Apprentice just tomfoolery. It makes me mad. because like there's good people out here like actually doing like putting in the work, and then just
for sure,
no,
for sure.
you'd rather
I just
buy
I
views.
really imagine like guys like Dan C, and you and just the four of y'all just staying up late, just editing and creating content and trying to, hone your craft. Slowly you can see that every now and then someone will post something. Oh, I just got this new light box, or just I got a new camera or a new tripod, new
Mm-hmm.
microphone. And it's just they're slowly building up their arsenal to make themselves a better content creator. And it's just really cool.
Mm-hmm. Did I show you? I send you a photo of the thing that I just got delivered today?
The Black Rebel.
No, the a piece of gear. Hold up, I'll show you. I'll pull it up here. It's friggin' sick.
Was that the tripod one?
No, well, it goes on a tripod, but it's it's called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where's the one that I have? Oh yeah, here it is. Let's pull it up here. Here we go. It's coming. And then it freezes there for a second, and then we switch over. There we go.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so does that mount up to
Yeah.
your
So
tripod?
so it connects to a tripod. Oh wait, let me get the annotate thing here. Yeah. So it connects to the tripod right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you sit the camera up on here.
Right.
And then
You can get some really cool angle shots then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the live unboxing that I did today for Black Rebel, I actually like after I did the live, the live version, I saved it to my phone, and then I got some shots with the with my new jib to like that I'm gonna edit in right after we're done here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's
just those little tweaks, man. Those little tweaks just make your content better and better and better.
Yep. And even some of the product photos that I got today, I just had the camera like on the jib, and it's just some like cool like really close up but like kind of high angle kind of shots.
Right.
That would be super awkward to get like if you're trying to like hold the camera like snap a photo like in your hand and like angle yourself like that. But I just had it on there and you just tilt it a little bit, adjust the arms and like.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's really steady too. So you don't have to worry about trying to stay steady and then have the right angle and not be tilted in any certain way.
Yep.
So you get that. That's really cool. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Talked about today. Brandon from All Things Beard, his photo work is impeccable. Like, if someone would have told me that he was a professional photographer and doing that stuff for a living, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does, but I'm just saying, like, it's just really well done.
Yeah, when he's because him and I are recording a podcast episode together on February 6th. So I'm gonna ask him about that because like I'll pull up his Instagram here, and for everybody watching, if you're not following Brandon already, like you're sleeping.
The guy is extremely talented.
And it's like his grid always has like a nice like cohesiveness to it, like.
Oh, for sure. He really understands color scheme too.
Yep.
And just really well done.
Yeah, it all like works together, and the shots are all super high quality, and like they all tie in like.
Like, I mean, I'm just wondering, like, where does he go to find like dried oranges and just just stuff like that?
Oh, I wonder. No, it doesn't look like it's Photoshop. Because I was gonna say you could, because like theoretically you could, like use like a stock background, but I don't think this is Photoshopped.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's real, but it's hard to say.
Yeah, but no, it's his stuff is awesome. Hey.
Yeah, he's really well done.
Yep.
I signed up for the Ruddy reveal.
Oh, cool.
Speaking of that Ruddy one. So essentially, I started beginning of the month. He sent me, and I think he sends this to every person that's a
Mm-hmm.
Ready Reveal detective. It's like a little wooden badge and a little like certificate saying you're a Reveal investigator. And then
Cool.
he yeah, then he gives you like another page. He gives you like a QR code,
Okay.
and you click on the QR code. It takes you to like the site, and then you listen to like the story. So it's like you're
Cool.
thinking $20 a month, okay, for oil seems about right, but
Yep.
you're also getting all of that. Like I'd say $15 worth of the 20 is the experience
For
of
sure.
like the recording and just trying to
Yeah.
solve the mystery and stuff. So I figure it deserves for me at least to try it once or twice. And then if I like it, then I'll continue. If it's not for me, then
Mm-hmm.
I'll move on. But I think when you can see someone putting their passion into something, you have to give them a shot. I mean, you
Totally.
have to you have to give it a shot because when you don't see the passion in something, or somebody's very monotone or just doesn't really try, it takes away from the viewer. The viewer doesn't feel as engaged. Camera work and how you interact with the camera is just so important. Whether you're talking to the people in front of you, or if you're talking to people talking.
Yep. Yep. It's so true. Yep. Um, what's a company that you haven't tried yet that you really want to try at some point this year?
You know, um, I was thinking that Anointed AK.
Yep.
Have
Cool.
you seen Have you seen them before?
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed. When I was a kid, I was a big Ghostbuster fan,
Cool.
and I saw they had the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man one and
Uh,
the Slimer, and that's like tapping right into my childhood nostalgia.
yep. There you
You
go.
know, So I'm like, okay, and then I looked at the scent profile, and it looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he does a lot of fruit type stuff.
Okay. Interesting.
So I mean, I'm okay with that. I think the
Oh.
only things I struggle with is like maybe like clove I struggle with, and
Okay.
then
Yeah.
like
Fair. Yep.
yeah, and then like something when it has a lot of cinnamon in it, I'll break out. I'll
Yeah.
get like a
Yep.
little red rash or something.
100%.
But everything else, I'm pretty much on board with. And I'm willing to try almost anything if it seems like someone's put effort into it.
Facts.
When you have an oil and it's got 8 different things in it and it's just all over the place. It looks like someone just dumped a bunch of essential oils that they had laying around onto one vial and just shook it up. It's like
Yeah. No.
the
It's
scents are
definitely.
overlapping. They're
Yep.
all melded together. It doesn't work.
Yep. No. It's
You're like,
definitely.
I
Definitely.
don't smell cedar or
Yep.
anything in this.
Yep. Yeah. No.
you
It's
know,
definitely a weird thing to do.
but like, to have a theme,
Yep.
and to really have a purpose of what you're doing and why you're doing it,
Mm-hmm.
I think makes a world of difference.
Yep.
And
Facts.
Chesapeake does it really well. Like 1985, you're playing video games, you're playing
Yep.
regular Nintendo, and you got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich oil, and then a big red soda vitality.
Mm-hmm.
That just it has a purpose, it has a meaning, and it's understand, and you're able to wrap your head around it. You
Yep.
know, if you want to do a cologne scent and you want to mix a whole bunch of stuff up, just label it a cologne scent. I think
Yeah.
you're not gonna be able to pick anything out.
Yep. Yep. Facts. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. I definitely want to try Chesapeake for sure. Also, I really want to try Hanyaker. I've heard really good things about them.
Yeah, I tried Hanyaker. I tried the Taproot, and
Right. Yep.
it
Yeah. I
was
think
it was
we've
pretty
talked about
good.
that. Yep.
It was a little bit on the peppery side for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll still wear it. But I don't know if I'll try them again. We'll just have to see.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially
Totally.
when I got like Define Co. Every time I buy an oil from Define Beard Co.,
Mm-hmm.
they always get better and better. First I had
Okay.
After Party, and After Party was amazing. And then
Cool.
I was like, okay, I'll try 1626, and
Yep.
1626 was amazing. So
Yep.
now I'm gonna try maybe that Lemon Delight, because everybody tells me Lemon Delight is amazing. I'm like,
Okay.
he's obviously one of those guys that gets it
Mm-hmm.
and is able to really make unique sense, and they're all different from each other. You
Yep.
know, another one is Beard Coast. He's got his theme. You know, he's
Facts.
got very unique sense, like Dark and Stormy
That's the
and
next one I'm trying. I haven't tried that one
Salty
yet.
Vibes. Both of them are fantastic. You know, yes,
Yep.
they're very different, but they're
Yep.
both
Yep.
fantastic scents.
Totally.
So
Yeah.
that's what
No.
I'm looking
Like.
for.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Like. There's so many, and it's funny. Like I've like already like I've gotten stuff from this year. I've gotten stuff from Creme de Dirtha. My stuff from Weatherbeard should be arriving. Like I'm expecting like within today's today Thursday. I would be shocked if it's not here by the end of next week.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
I was actually on a live stream with him when he was packing your thing. He's like, "Oh, Canada."
Haha,
Like, I didn't even
cool.
know I sold in Canada. I was like, "Jordan?" He's like, "Yeah, Jordan." I was like,
Haha,
"Cool." You know?
that's awesome. Yeah, no, when I was talking to him, like after I ordered, he was like his reaction was so funny.
Oh, yeah. The guy is number one. He's got a lot of passion in what he does, and it
Yep.
really shows in his products. But on the other side of it, he's just a very funny individual. Like, you know, whenever
Yep.
he makes comments in a live stream, you can't help but laugh. So whenever he says something, I always pay attention because it's usually pretty funny.
It's so true. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he was on the podcast recently, and we talked for almost like just about 2 hours. Like,
Just chopping it up, man, hanging
yeah,
out.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, and it's like, yeah, it's funny. Like, I think I had like an initial plan of like things that I wanted to hit, but then we just kind of got right into it, and it was like, oh, okay, so this is how we're doing it,
Yeah.
and you'll see when you see the episode. But it's yeah, it was really cool. Talked about a lot of cool stuff and like what he's learned and like all that kind of stuff, and
That's a process. You
yeah,
know, I could imagine. Have you said you thinking about making some oils and stuff? You thought
I,
about
I've
it?
I've thought about it, but I just with
It's a big
YouTube and
undertaking.
it is, yeah, and it's just I'm
Yeah.
also a student, so it's like I need to sleep somewhere.
Right, exactly. You need to sleep sometime.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know, and then like if you're like me, when you like something, you want to learn about it, and you want to be good at it, you know,
Yeah,
and you want to learn about it. So I can
yeah,
understand that.
yeah. Facts.
I got a lot of different hobbies. I do bonsai, which
Yep.
is like a Japanese tree art.
Cool.
I used to compete doing that.
Oh,
Then I
cool.
got into woodworking.
Yep.
Made this um, nice headboard,
That's
and
awesome.
then yeah, I burned it with wood, and then I made the what you call it, the shot glass holder that's now my beer oil holder. So
Nice.
yeah, I've made dining tables and stuff, and I love it,
That's
you know,
dope.
and now I'm into beard stuff, and like
Yeah. Yep.
I'm type person where I like a lot of things, but I'm never
Yep.
gonna be the master at something.
Fair.
I've accepted that about myself. I'm a jack of all trades, and I can learn a lot about a lot of different things, but I'll never be the best at something. And I'm
Okay.
okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I learned something because I enjoy it and I want to do it, and I'm doing it for my own enjoyment,
Mm-hmm.
not to be the very best or to impress people.
Yep. Facts.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm similar with like my content. Like I want to do it well and I want it to look good and like be constantly improving, but I'm not. I don't just like start out and then like suddenly want to have B-roll like Brandon like or like
it's a
talk
process.
like the confidence like of like Scuba or like Dave and like the knowledge of Dan C. Like I'm not gonna have that like right away. Like I've only been
No, it's
doing
going to
like,
take time for you to learn that, and then you're going to find your own groove as well.
mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know,
totally.
and this is something that you're passionate about, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to find your own spot, and you're going to be awesome at it. You know, that's like everybody else does in this world. You know, we find where our niche is.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, facts.
yeah,
Yeah, it's funny. Like since getting into like the beard game, like and like beard content, like it's I've been noticing that the podcast is like the most like my reviews and unboxings will do well, but the podcast is like the most consistent and most engaging. Like so that's why I've been keeping it up. Like like episodes take like a while to record, but the editing's not too complicated. So that kind of balances it out. And yeah, I'm almost 30 episodes in after like 3 months.
Podcasts are awesome because it's like it's something that I can listen to while I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
I told you this. I work in home insurance
Okay.
in the claims department. I
Yep.
work what's called vendor services.
Yep.
So essentially, when a house loses its roof in a hurricane or if a water heater explodes,
Yep.
all the people that go inside the house to fix it or to look at the damages or to do reports or whatever, those are called vendors. So I kind of
Okay.
work with all these different vendors,
Cool.
and it's a lot of long hours,
Yep.
sometimes, but I enjoy it, and
Cool.
it's a job,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it keeps food in my belly and a roof on my head, so I
Yep.
can't complain.
Yep. Yeah, totally. That's awesome. Yeah. What else do I have here? That's run. Yeah, and for everybody watching, as of now, my podcast is now available in audio form.
Yes, definitely download those. I was thinking about it'll be great, when I start jogging again,
Mm-hmm.
to listen to your podcast and just jog,
Yep.
So, I can get a lot of jogging done in 2 hours.
Yep.
I don't think I'm gonna make 2 hours.
Fair.
I'm gonna have to split it up.
Yeah, honestly. But yeah, that's what I was working on like for most of today was just getting all the episodes uploaded, like writing in the descriptions, like designing because you can't just put in the YouTube size thumbnails. It has to be like a square versus like a rectangle.
Oh, right.
So I had to like reformat all the like set up all the slideshow, all the thumbnails, like make sure they were all like correct and and then figure out the numbers that are now screwed up. And so it's like between that and then I did an unboxing and I did product photos. Yeah, and some other stuff.
What when did you start the beard content?
uh September.
Oh, so right when I kind of came in, you were starting beard content. Okay.
Yep.
How
Yeah,
long
I
have you
think
had a beard for?
um I think it like started in 20 like the later half of 2017, but then like actually I'll pull up a photo of like early beard.
Yeah, I remember seeing a few posts of you talking about your beard. I just didn't know when it started.
Yep. Yeah, so it
I
was yeah, so it was like late 2017, 2018.
Okay,
But
so
then
you had it a while.
yeah, but I didn't know anything about beards until like 2020.
Yeah, I had no clue.
Yep.
I was when I was with my ex, she liked me to have stubble. No, she didn't
Okay.
like it too long.
Yep.
So I just kept it trimmed, but
Mm-hmm.
after the, I moved on and COVID hit and I was working from home, I'm like, well, I'm gonna keep on growing out. What's the point of shaving anyway? And
Facts.
then that's when I noticed I was like, I started getting like beard dandruff and I'm just like, okay, this is not cool.
Yep.
And then that's when it began, the whole world opened up.
Yep.
But my family members and the males of my family members have always had facial hair. My dad
Cool.
had a mustache.
Yep.
My uncle Charlie had a mustache, but then he'd also have stubble, kind of like a beard stash,
Yep.
but very short.
Okay, cool. Yep.
And he was a great uncle. He was my great great uncle, but
Mm-hmm.
he was like a grandfather to me. And,
Cool.
I just remember them always having these like, to me, those guys were like what it meant to be a man. So
Yep.
when I grew up, I always wanted to wear facial hair and stuff like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like it was a little patchy, so I would just have stubble.
Okay.
And
Yep. Fair.
little did I realize that like if you just leave it alone, spots where you think it's patchy just happen to be slower hairs that grow slower.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually they start growing and then everything starts filling in, and eventually
Mm-hmm.
you got yourself a decent beard, so that's cool.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just looking for an early photo. Hold up. Of like when like the beard first started. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Uh, 2019. Okay, hold up. Yep, yeah, we're getting close. So many photos. Oh, okay, yep. It's like, yep. So get that. So this is from like October 2018. Here we go.
Okay, yeah. So you had you have great coverage at that short of a length.
Yeah, it wasn't bad for sure.
Yeah, because I didn't have it at that short of length. I never had like really great coverage.
Okay.
It just took a while for it to kind of fill in.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
How old were you there?
18.
18. Okay.
So I'm 21 now.
Wow. So when you get to be like 30, dude, you're gonna have like this massive
name.
You know,
That's the
awesome.
goal.
Absolutely, man. That's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah, no,
Meanwhile, you'll be
100%.
also using the camera and doing some serious camera work, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're
No, but
almost done, right?
Yeah.
You got 6 months.
Not even like May 1st. I'm done. Done.
That's fantastic, man.
Done my program.
Yeah. And then you're gonna get some jobs and just be off to the races. Hopefully, you still have time for beard content.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I always will, and that's why like over the last because I've been off school for Christmas break since December 20th.
Right.
So I've just been churning out tons of videos. Actually, hold on. Like,
I think Dave from Beard and Motivation said that like the key to like organic growth is also consistent
100%
uploading, putting your time, consistently knowing that someone's going to be putting up a video every 3 days or once a week. Anything less than I think once a week, then people start to kind of lose interest.
Yep.
It's not nothing they can really look forward to seeing.
Yeah, no, 100%, and I can confirm that firsthand. Like since I gained a subscriber. Back up to 222.
There you go. Nice.
But yeah, it's 100% that like being more consistent, like, because I've been on YouTube since 2017.
Right.
But really only posting once a week until like earlier this year, or like I guess late 2020. And then I was like trying to post like twice a week, and then like for the next like for the last couple of weeks, like the first couple of weeks of January, and then like the foreseeable future, I've got 3 videos a week. Like
that's fantastic, man.
Consistent.
That's fantastic.
Like, yeah, I've got a review dropping on Friday for Educated Beards, which is a Canadian company. Podcast on Monday with Mike from Krim Nadirtha. That was a fun one.
Cool.
Copper John's unboxing review, Mythical Beard Co. Podcast with Dave on the 25th. Beard Things unboxing on the 27th. Yeah, I've got 1, 2. No, I think it's like 10 or 11 videos at this point.
That's awesome, man. That's consistent, output of content. People like that,
Yep, totally.
Yeah,
there's always something to watch.
Yeah, once I got first, I started watching Scuba, and I love Beard Tube. I was watching it, but then once I got through watching all the videos, I realized that he really doesn't post very consistently anymore. And I understand the guy's got tons of other things going on. So
like he's running 2 channels. He's like a full-time like video guy. Like, yeah, he's a busy dude.
I mean, whenever he does post something, I have my alert on and I'll watch it, and support him. But that's what's kind of cool with Dan and you and Dave and Ken is y'all always have consistent stuff going out, which is really great.
Yeah, it's that's always the thing that I found so funny about like people who like aren't making content. They assume, like, a lot of people assume it's like so easy and straightforward. You just like turn the camera on, talk for a little bit, turn the camera off, post it. But there's There's so much, especially for like a beard product review. Like
Yeah.
you gotta test the product for at least a week. Then you,
For
like
sure.
you gotta like compile your thoughts. And like for me, like I always have like a script of like of things like not a script, but like notes of like things that I want to hit, like company information, pricing, other products they sell. So it's like drafting all that up and then like formulating that into like a like easy to read like note sheet and then filming it, editing it, and then like
Oh, for sure.
making the thumbnails, like writing descriptions, like yeah, all
And
that kind of
that's
stuff.
one thing I think people don't get. And when they make little comments about like, oh, well, you're getting paid to do this, this, this. Number one, why is it any of your business you're getting paid to review a company? It's
Yeah.
not. Number two, you don't know the amount of work that goes in to making a video and doing a review for a company. If anything, they're
Yeah.
probably getting underpaid.
Oh, for sure.
So it's really, people have a hard time it's like on the outside looking in type thing. So even for me, when I talk about content creation, I'm not a content creator. So what I'm talking about is only my perspective of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then talking to other content creators. So, I can imagine someone who is on the outside looking in but has not talked to any content creators. They must think that everybody's getting paid and
I
making
wish.
big money. Yeah, and they're being paid to say this is a great product and yada yada yada. Whenever anybody says that, and I'm like, if you think everybody gets paid and talks positively about a company, check out Dan C's Scotch Porter conditioner review,
Yep.
where he turned the thumbs down on that conditioner because he didn't like it.
Yep.
And I'm sure he was probably leaving some money on the table for that. But it just shows the type of character he has.
Mm.
And I think that goes a long way in having loyal followers, is knowing that someone's going to be honest about when they don't like something. I actually,
Yeah.
it kind of works that when I see someone review a company and they say, it wasn't for me, blah blah blah. To me, that shows the person's character. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
show that they're being a hater on that company. To me, it shows that they're standing behind what they really thought.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know.
Yeah, like yeah, I kind of had to do that with like my Mythical Beard Co review recently because like they sent me stuff for review, but I didn't like it, and I said that like
Yeah, and that's
like
that
and but
brings it.
I was like of course professional and polite about it, but I was like if you like really thick oils, you might love this because like Seth
Yeah,
from IO Crafted Beards said he liked the oil, like the thickness of it.
right.
But and like he said it like repeatedly on his channel that he's like more into like thicker, like he likes thicker oils. I don't
Yeah.
really, so it just didn't
Yeah,
work for me.
that's understandable. And there's little things too, I think, that go a long way, even from not even being a reviewer, but being like a consumer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've said this about, companies before, where I don't like when I get a beard oil and it's not filled up past the label. Like,
Okay.
I should at least be able to see the oil going past the top of the label, even
Yeah.
if it's a little bit. So if it tells me that the label's going around the bottle and that neck portion doesn't have any oil in it, not even a tad bit,
Mm-hmm.
to me, I feel like I'm being gypped a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I can see that.
And because you can also think about when you, after that, then you pull up the dropper, the oil goes down even more.
Yep.
Because you don't realize how much room a dropper takes, until you actually look at the level rising.
It's so true. Yep.
So
Totally.
that's where you really see how much oil you get in a bottle.
Yep.
I like that when I you get something like Bearded Coast or Beard Octane or Black Rebel. That thing's up to the top, up to the very top of the neck. And to me, that I'm getting my money's worth.
Yep. Facts.
You know.
Totally.
And, those and I like those companies too, because when they put out a scent, everybody watches and listens.
Mm-hmm.
Every company has their own kind of like niche now. Like Fable Beard Co. They have their characters. They have a lot of scents that they put out.
Yep.
Christmas they had like 5 different scents that they had for Christmas. It's crazy.
Yeah, I had the Claws and the Elf from Fable, and they were so good. I had the the closet oil and the elephant butter, and
I got the Nutcracker CBD
oh,
oil.
oh,
Yeah,
nice,
really
yep,
nice.
cool.
You know what? The weird thing is I tried it out. And I was like, I really don't feel much different.
Mm-hmm.
I tried it out again. I'm like, yeah. And then I talked to Dave, and Dave's like, did you try it for a few days straight? And so I was like, okay. So I put like 3 days in there just trying that oil. And that's when
Yep,
I really noticed it. I was like, now I get it.
yep,
You know, my beard felt amazing, you know?
cool, okay.
Yeah. So I didn't realize that, you know? So now if I'm, to tell you the truth, if I'm doing Fable, I'm doing CBD. You
Oh,
know?
okay, cool.
You know, I think I might do the grower next or
Yep.
something.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that one. I don't know if they ship it like internationally.
Yeah, I think I heard that they don't, which
Yeah.
stupid American laws, you know.
Yep.
Hopefully that'll change one day, you know.
Yeah, honestly, it's like, I mean,
Oh, and you
like,
know, I noticed the companies have kind of changed. So like I think there's two routes that companies are doing. They're like, okay, I'm good at making oil, I'm good at making butter.
mm-hmm.
Great. I'm good at making foam. I can, you know, get somebody to put little etchings of my company's logo on a Chicago cone.
Mm-hmm.
Now what do I do? So some of them seem like they're going into, there you go. Some of them seem like they're going into doing candles and wax melts and all stuff like that. And then women products, which, you know,
Yep.
I get it. It's another avenue to go down. I don't know if it's going to work though.
No, 100%.
When it goes to those avenues.
Yep.
I mean, at the end, it's their company. They can try and expand a different audience the way they want to. But if I was going to try and expand, I would do it by maybe marketing, you know.
Yep. Agreed.
You know, and then doing research on how to do marketing, when to do Facebook ads or Instagram ads, when to turn the ads off, when to turn the ads off. Understanding how to do it can be so huge. And I mean, I think the perfect example is Fable. I mean,
yep.
I think the first oil that I saw in the community after Dr. Squatch was, I never bought it, but I advertised, was Fable.
Yep.
And it was like around like Halloween time, and it was
cool.
one of them. I think it was the Carver or something.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, this is a really cool ad,
mm-hmm.
you know. And I noticed that Beard Mana is starting to do that as well.
Yep.
And they were doing one with the Elemental, and it had this graphic and everything. And I was like, this is going to get foot traffic, you know. And that's what it's about, really, in the end, right? It's getting foot traffic to the website,
mm-hmm.
so that
100%.
people can buy an oil, you know.
Yep.
And Fable's able to do that because they're always dropping cents, and they're always able to get foot traffic by utilizing ads, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're able to get that niche of where people want to see what's going to be dropped next, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think Beard Mana is going to have a huge year this year. I've got 3 oils, and I'm going to get it. I got 2 on the way. And,
okay, cool.
You know, and it's really, really, if you like unusual kind of sweet scents, you know, or kind of different takes on scents, like a sweet barbershop one, or they have one that the Niflheimer, when it's just like, it's like berries, but it's got some candy. But then after the candy and berries kind of wears away, it goes into a cologne scent, which is really weird. You know,
that is weird. Yeah.
It kind of like it kind of just, it dissipates away after a while, and then it starts smelling more like cologne, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the Niflheimer was the one that I did, and I was just really surprised. You know, I ordered Drunken Waffle. That's another one that's coming, and I heard great things about Drunken Waffle from Ken from Bluegrass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cinnamon infused waffles topped with maple syrup and whipped cream with a shot of, whoa.
Yeah.
You have to let me know how that smells.
Oh, for sure.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, and they're just getting better and better, and they're, I think that they're getting, and that's the other one. I got Sweet Shop, which is like a candy barbershop type thing, from what I understand.
That's so weird.
Cotton candy, old time barbershop, cotton candy, and bubble gum. So my understanding is like what they're doing is they're putting on oils. I don't know if this is on purpose, but they're getting these oils that are making these scent profiles to where it kind of a hybrid. Mm-hmm. So then as one of the scents start to fade away, then you get more of the other scent, you know?
Okay. Cool.
Like that's what I've noticed with the Niflheimer. It was really cool.
Ooh, this sounds cool.
Yeah, and they just
Warm
changed
leather,
their
cran apple, aged sage, amber.
yeah, and they
That
just
sounds
changed
nice.
their carrier oil. They got like um hemp and what
Yeah,
is it?
apricot, sweet almond,
Apricot kernel.
jojoba. Yep. Castor, hemp seed, moringa.
The castor isn't thick. I mean,
Yep.
they don't put enough castor in it for it to me to be noticed to say, okay, that's really thick.
Okay.
So I
Yep.
mean, I like it, and I'll definitely let you know. But
Yeah, 100%.
I got a chance to talk to them. The guys are really nice too.
Cool. That's awesome. That's really cool.
I
Yeah.
think that goes a long way when you can like reach out to one of the owners and like they're super personable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
kind of like you
100%.
almost want to root for them to do well,
Totally.
in
Yep.
their own way too.
Yep. No, and that's that like that was part of like my thinking when I went into like when I bought on Black Friday. I bought from Copper John's, Bearded Coast, and Beard Tings.
Yeah,
Because as we've mentioned, like Andy's like my homie, and I've been like
yeah,
along for the ride, like as like up to launch day.
absolutely.
And then Tyson Copper John was on my podcast.
Oh, he's a super nice guy.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep. I've talked to him and a couple other owners about doing kind of like a panel like discussion type episode, maybe
For sure.
maybe under the Beard Chats banner, like.
Yeah. I would
Um,
like to hear their insights on how they each one maybe does their own like scent creations. That would
yeah,
be really
yep.
cool. Hear if they that might be a trade secret though, so I don't know if they'll do it. But what do you think about like them doing these wax melts and candles and women's lines and expanding that way? What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I feel like candles could be cool. Like Artius Man does candles, and they seem to be doing pretty well with that. So I could see companies like doing that kind of thing. I don't know enough about wax melts to really say much about that. And then I feel like similar to what you're saying about women's lines, like I feel like if it's done properly, that could be awesome and expand your audience, expand your sales. But I feel like if it's not done well, not only is it not gonna, it's gonna be like money wasted, but then it's also going to be time and effort and money taken away from like promoting your main products, which are beard products. Like
getting better equipment,
yeah,
getting more essential oils, making better scents, tweaking scents,
yep,
tweaking
yep,
your carrier oils, doing research, all those things. And it's like to try and so you got your beard community, which is already a pretty small niche community. And I mean, it's big to us, but in the grand scheme of things for a company, it's relatively small.
Yep.
And then to try and find the make women's products and then to try and reach that women audience through your beard community.
Yeah.
So that, I could see where that would be kind of hard to do.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of those things that's either going to go really well and like more companies will get into it, or the first few companies that get into it will not do well. And then that'll steer everyone off. I feel like it's gonna be like one of those two ways. Like I feel like there's not gonna be like a kind of like a wishy-washy in between. It's gonna be either like, oh yeah, this is great, this is the new thing, or it's like, yeah, let's never do this again.
Yeah, because I mean, like, so you're gonna try and convince a woman to buy female products from a beard company when they have their tried and true things that
exactly.
Her and all of her friends use these different lotions and soaps and stuff.
Yep.
You're going to go through a beard company to try. I don't know. It might be a little bit of a reach, but then like you said, then again, it could work perfectly, and they could open up a whole new market.
Yeah, which would be cool. But
I see it, and I'm like, well, why would you go here when you could do cologne, you could do hair products, you could do body wash, you could do so many other things, and instead of you're doing so like women's products,
Yeah.
Well, but, I don't know. I guess I'm not a creator,
No, true. Yeah, not necessarily like beard related, but that's kind of what Apple did in the 90s. Like they started making too many things and it almost killed the company.
All right.
Like
they just like when they were like making iPods and iPads and
well, no, before that, like when Steve Jobs left, like in like the 90s, they were doing like tons of different models of computers, different configurations, like all that kind of stuff, and it just was too much. Like it was straining the company, and like they went through like multiple CEOs, like and like the company almost went under until Steve Jobs like bought it back and like brought them back from the edge of like being done.
Yeah. I mean, I just imagine just being able to purchase some Apple stock back in the 90s. What I wouldn't do about it, you know? Like,
honestly.
yeah.
Yeah. No, if somebody ever comes up with a working time machine,
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, back in time to invest.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, this is gonna be good. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, that would be.
You know, I see a lot of stuff going on with Bitcoin again. It seemed like it went away and then it came back and then it went away and then now people are talking about Bitcoin again. And I'm like, I get cryptocurrency is like gonna be like some future thing, but like
I don't know. I feel like
it's hard to say because we're already kind of doing a digital currency by using debit cards, right?
Yeah, exactly.
By doing debit and credit cards, we're not actually carrying cash around.
Yeah.
It's just it's I don't know. Maybe then again I'm completely naive to that stuff, so
Fair.
you know.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. It's too volatile for me. I stay away from that.
Yeah. What do you think you're going to be kind of investing your time in going forward for 2021? Is there any new? I know you talk about beard chats in the podcast. Is there anything else going on?
Ooh. Yeah, well, I want to, because like mostly I've only done like reviews and unboxings, like in addition to the podcast, but I want to do some more like, because I haven't done like a morning routine video, which a lot of people have done, and those are always cool to watch. Or yeah, like I want to do like I want to talk about like all the different beard combs that I use because I have a whole bunch.
Right.
Like I have 5 Chicago combs, one from Educated Beards, and like a few different wood ones, and it's like, so I want to do kind of like, even if it's just like a shorter video, do like kind of like a clash of the combs type thing, like compare like one comb to another and like see which is better and like all that kind of stuff. Chicago combs are obviously the best ones that I've tried, but it'd be interesting to kind of like pit the rest up and then like figure out getting like my Instagram audience engaged in some way, like doing like an Instagram like head to head story kind of thing, like which one they like better and or like which one they think looks better, like so something like that. Yeah, I want to keep doing the podcast. Yeah, just mostly just yeah, just getting improving and getting better and hopefully buying a new laptop and a camera at some point this year. So I can get into like like YouTube live streams and that kind of thing. Just because I've tried to live stream with this computer and it's just old 2013 iMac. It's just not doesn't really work very well.
Yeah. And that goes back to like we were talking about, like building your arsenal of stuff, you know, slowly getting things, you know, and that just takes time to amass. But once you get it, it's totally just, every single time you do something, it just slowly improves your, you know, your setup. You know.
Oh, for sure. Well, no, if you go back to like my first few videos, like back in 2017, and then compare them to now, everything about my videos now is better than it was like early on.
And it's slowly getting better and better, and that's awesome. And then, you know, as you gain an audience, you know, you can do different things like your live streams. What, you know, I haven't seen anybody do beard competitions, virtual beard competitions.
Yep.
You know, some people submit a photo of their beards, and the top 3 beards each get a oil or a prize or something. You know, and
yep.
You know, different things like that. Get some companies to get sponsored for it. You know, and you can announce the winners on a live chat. You know, and different things.
Yep.
There's just so many avenues you can take any type of niche audience. You know. And, you know, I know you do your content, and you also do some electronics and stuff, and just changing all those different things and incorporating it, and it's just the door's wide open for content creators.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and it's funny, like, yeah, my channel started with like 3 years of tech reviews, and then like the videos did fine, But then I feel like for whatever reason, since like switching like exclusively to beard content, my channel, like I think in 2020 I gained like over 100 subscribers. Like I think it was something like 111 subscribers. So like I doubled my audience in 2020. Like,
Yeah.
and like from like April on started doing more like grooming gear and then like into beard product like type of videos. And that's like, and then also the podcast has been like huge for the growth of my channel.
Oh yeah, and it's organic growth, and
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it's one thing I've started doing, and I talked to you about this. If you really want to help out your fellow content creators or the people that you're supporting, when you go in, don't just like it and make a comment. Like it, make a comment, like some other people's comments inside it, because
Mm-hmm,
at
mm-hmm.
each time you like a different one, it counts as an interaction.
Yep,
And that's
100%.
going to help. That's going to help that person's channel grow.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to see this person continue making content, then you got to do your due diligence and really try and support them, whether it's
Totally.
sharing their content, sharing their information, trying to get their name out there,
Mm-hmm.
sharing in posts or stories, and just trying to influence people to go to that channel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I do that, and I don't expect anything in return, because I feel like what I get out of it is I get the enjoyability of watching y'all's content.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
So my way of giving back is by doing that.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, it's a mutually beneficial thing.
Yeah. So I don't need to win something in order to go and hang out at someone's live stream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't. If someone says they're not giving away anything, I'm still going to hang out in that live stream
Yeah.
and shoot the shit with everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So
no, 100%.
There's just people like that, but
yeah, no, totally. Yeah, it's fun. What's your typical like beard grooming like morning routine look like on like a normal day? I always like to ask like
yeah.
most of my guests.
I usually first thing I do is I pick out what I want. That's the
Yep. There you go.
So once I pick out what I want, I usually go up to the sink and I will wash my hands and wash my face.
Yep.
And after I do that, I use some like warm water and whatnot, and I warm it up my beard in warm water, and then I kind of pat it dry. I don't really try and pull or tug because I don't want to break any beard hair, so I just kind of pat it dry.
Yep.
I keep it damp.
Yep.
I know there's different thoughts on it, but I keep it damp. And then what I'll do is I'll put a couple of drops on my fingertips.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then after I do that, I'll kind of massage it into the skin first. So I'll get right under the chin, because that's where I get it the most.
Yep.
And then I'll kind of work my way out from there.
Yep.
And then after I'm done that, then I'll go ahead and add a little bit of beard butter just for the hair itself.
Yep.
And then once I'm done that, then I'll take my forehead Paris bristle brush and I'll just kind of brush it through to kind of evenly distribute everything.
Yep.
And then I'm usually good to go.
Cool.
I work a corporate job, so
yeah,
I keep it kind of short, so it doesn't take as much product, and it's just a little bit easier to maintain.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, I would like to have an awesome epic beard to like down here, but,
yeah, no, that's fair.
Even with working from home, like I still sometimes have Zoom meetings and stuff like that, and I got to talk to lawyers or
that's fair,
engineers or EMS companies, and I just have to kind of make sure I'm looking somewhat professional.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, no, I've been mostly home, like, and that's kind of why I started like seriously growing my beard out, because I always kept it fairly short, like when I had it, and until last year, it's like I'm home anyway, like.
Right.
I'm like learning more about this and kind of exploring like the community more. It's like may as well just let it grow. And like I haven't had a trim like off the length, like off the bottom length. I feel like since probably June was the last one. I've had like a couple like side trims, because otherwise it just gets like grows out, because my hair is really thick, so it grows out and gets just like poofy. And it doesn't look as good, so like I'll just like get like
the transparency.
Like, yep. Yeah, just kind of like clear out the transparency on the sides, and then just
Yeah, because the bottom, I don't see any transparency. It's thick.
Yep. No,
You know, it's solid. So
yeah.
you really have a good, really have a good form going. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a topiary. You know, that's what I told
totally.
that's what I tell my family. You know, they're like, how do you keep it? I'm like, I don't know, just trim it with the scissors, and it's like a topiary. You know,
yeah, totally.
Try and keep it formed to shape. You know.
Yep. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, no, it's. Yeah, I'm definitely never going clean shaven again.
I hated going clean shaven because I'd always break out and
Okay.
I always get like little nicks and cuts and stuff, and it's just then you got a red mark underneath your chin, and it's just it's not fun.
No.
I think it's better for my face, so I don't get as many breakouts either.
100%. Yeah, no, my skin has been way better since having a beard.
So
like 100%.
Yeah, beard care, self care. Who says that? Jay Cruz. Jay Cruz says that.
That's right. Yep, facts.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's done really well with his growth.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
he built a really solid audience back on IG.
Yep.
Like I remember he would do his unboxings on CMU because it used to be on IG.
Yep.
You get a good amount of people there, and between that and then the help from kind of like getting exposure through like Dan C and Ken from Bluegrass and Dave, and really kind of helped him launch, So he's doing good. I'm really glad to see that he has great success. I love seeing when people really succeed and they really passionate about what they do.
100%. Yeah, I'd love to see I know how difficult it is to upload consistently, but it'd be sweet to get like more videos from Jay Cruz because like every time he posts, it's always such a great time. And like,
oh, for sure, his Motivation Mondays are good, and he's got his own. It's not only about beard stuff, but it's also about motivation and positivity. There's a catch to that though. When you upload about motivational stuff and positivity, you're going to get the negative people who are always going to be bothered by it.
Yep.
You're always going to get haters and negative people who are going to be bothered by positive people. Why? Because they're probably jealous that they can't be positive.
Facts. Yep.
So, just part of life that they're going to have to deal with,
Yep. No, it's that's the thing that always like drives me crazy. It's like, why, like, I don't know how like a reasonable person can dislike somebody like Dan C or like Jay Cruz. Like it's just like toxic, just like haters. Like
just people jealous. People want things without having to do anything. And people want to be like just anybody, a football player or a social media content guy or whatever it might be. People want to be successful like what they're doing, but they don't want to put the effort in. They do bare minimum. And so their best way of coping with that is to cut that person down and to dislike and to talk trash about. It's their way of coping with the situation they're in.
Yep. Facts.
And isn't that all we're doing anyways? We're just trying to cope through life, We have our ups and downs, and the way we cope with things is always different. Some people spend time on their hobbies, or some people spend time with their family to deal with the trials and tribulations of life. We all have our own way of surviving. It's crazy.
Totally. Yeah, it really, really, really is. Yeah, no, it's been great being like involved in the bearded community, and like I think especially with like everything like happening like in the world, like being able to like still have like more people to talk to and like be able to like interact with people like via Zoom or like in Instagram lives and like all that kind of stuff. Like it's
a little sanctuary.
100%, it really is, and it's like it's helpful.
I have friends over in Florida, but having friends online through the beard company, it's just amazing how fast you get used to having these people in your life.
Totally.
I have no idea where most of these people live or where they're at, or I just know them from the community, and it's just like I consider them my friends now. You know,
For sure. No,
I know
100%.
that I feel like I know them or talk to them just as much as if I talk to my regular friends.
Oh, for sure.
So it's really cool.
Yeah. No, I feel like for me, it's been even like more so because like I don't have like a ton of like never really had like a ton of friends, but like yeah, like with like the beer community, there's like always somebody like chop it up with, hang out and like chat and like
Yeah, absolutely.
no matter what time it is, because there's so many different like time zones like incorporated into like the beer community and like countries and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
I don't even watch TV anymore, really.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You know, I'm
Same.
like, I have
Totally.
no idea what's going on TV because I got things I want to watch on YouTube that hang out
Yep.
with my friends, you know, and
Yep. Facts.
it's cool. It's really cool, you know. And I don't have a ton of friends. I'm 37, so you
Mm.
know, when you get to that mid 30s age, you really kind of you're more choosy about who you spend your time with.
Mm-hmm.
So I choose to spend my time hanging out with you guys because
Yep.
it's just
Totally.
it's really enjoyable just chatting it up and joking
Mm-hmm.
around. You know, I got sports rivalries with Kim from Bluegrass, so I can I
Yep.
just joking around with Dave from Bearded Motivation, and
Mm-hmm.
just everybody's got their own little kind of relationship type thing.
Yeah, totally. No, it's
Me
fun.
and you, we can talk about anything, man.
Yep.
We can chop it up about whatever. It's
Mm-hmm.
just you
Mm-hmm.
don't even notice what how long we've been talking.
I mean, we're already at hour and 25 minutes in this chat.
You know. So, Desert Island, what would if you had to pick one company, who would it be?
Oh no.
And I know it's so hard, right? Do you want to lower it to like three companies,
Yeah,
or
let's do
raise it to
that.
three companies? Okay, go
Yep.
ahead.
All right. Gotta go Beard Things. Just friggin' awesome products. Um, Copper Johns. I've been using like the backwoods coffee oil and butter that I have been like one of my go-to like bedtime scents recently. Like
Yeah.
it's awesome. And then number three, ah, I think I'm gonna go Karim Nadirtha because I've got a bunch of stuff
Really?
from them. And like all kinds of like different like diverse scents. So yeah, Copper Johns, Beard Tings, and Karim Nadirtha.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about
What
you?
I kind of think about is like, who can I see myself using for the rest of my life
Yep,
consistently? And
yep.
I think it'd probably be like Beard Coast, Defined Beard Coat, and Coat, and then maybe Copper Johns.
Cool. Yep, nice.
I
That's a
think
solid
those
lineup.
three are probably my solid three. And then if I had to add like a one last from maybe Beard Octane or something like
Okay,
that.
yep, cool.
But yeah, it's just I look at it kind of like, even if I was to say I was too busy to hang out with the beer community, somebody that would consistently go to their website and still buy stuff, and that would probably be the three that I would do.
Yep, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, like even in the midst of like everything that I have, like my most used four as of recently, like Trim Nadirtha, Beard Tings, Copper Johns, and Bearded Coast. Like that's the four that I pretty much rotate. Like I'll throw something else in like every once in a while, but mostly those are the four. Like today I had in Beard Tings. Tonight I'll probably put in Copper Johns. Tomorrow will be Beard Tings because I'm podcasting with Andy from Beard Tings. It's just kind of the thing to do.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Like, if I'm watching like a stream that's got Tyson
mm-hmm,
from Copper Johns, I
mm-hmm.
find that I want to wear some Copper Johns.
Yep.
Just like I don't know, for some reason I just like doing that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Like when a lot of like when content creators do like live streams with owners, like it's the same kind of thing. Like you're just like I kind of Seth when he was doing his live stream with Adam from Hanyaker. Like he told me that whole week, like leading up to it, he was trying out different like Hanyaker scents
Right.
that he had.
Yeah, I heard a lot of great things about that company,
Yeah.
and I tried Taproot, and it just didn't work for me. Not saying that any of the other ones wouldn't work for me, but the scent just didn't work for me.
Yeah, fair.
The Feel and Beard was good.
Yep.
you know, and you know, and that's like when you hear someone say that, like, okay, so that scent doesn't work for you. It doesn't mean that any of the other scents that company carries might work for you. You might
Yep.
like those scents, and then you already know the feeling in the beard's good. So it's just one of them things. Sometimes you just pick a scent that you think works and just doesn't suit you. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
like whether it's too much cinnamon or and taproot, I felt like it was too much black pepper. You know, it just
Yeah,
didn't
I
work
feel
for me
like
a little bit.
I feel like black pepper would be weird in a. I've never tried it, so I don't know for sure. But
You know? Yeah,
yeah, it's
it's just I notice it's there, and every time I inhale through my nose, I smell a little bit of black pepper, and it just
yeah,
wasn't for me.
yeah. No,
And
that's fair.
I don't like sometimes I really don't like scents that are really too strong.
Okay.
You
Yep.
know, sometimes what I'll do is if a scent's really strong, like I have one company, I like their scents, I like their feeling beard. They're just a little bit too strong on the scent sometimes. So what I'll do is I have a pump of sweet almond oil, cold pressed,
Oh, cool.
and I'll just put a little bit in my hand, and just kind of, and then I'll put a little bit of the oil in, and then
Okay.
it kind of
Smart.
just
Yep.
dilutes it down. I also have some metafoam. I got hemp seed, and that was a cool way for me to figure out what worked for my beard. So I like sweet almond, I like avocado, hemp seed. Didn't really care for castor too much. I got some castor, didn't really like it. The meadow foam I really loved. Meadow foam CO
Yep.
just my beard loves it.
Mm-hmm.
But it just depends, and you go to Amazon and you can try out different carrier oils for pretty
Yep.
reasonable cost.
Yeah. No, I have some that I bought like a while ago when I was like first like thinking about like messing around with like my own beard products. I haven't used them yet because I've just been
Yeah.
gotten so busy with like YouTube recently and like school is busy and so maybe I'll do that this week, like some point this
Yeah.
week.
So I'm sure the company probably wouldn't be happy that I'm doing that and adding a carrier oil to their oil. But to me, I'm able to use their oil, use less of it, and then
Mm-hmm.
I still get the scent. I'm able to enjoy it. I'm just kind of just cutting down on the scent a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you could even do that, say for instance, for like say Artius Man, it's just too thick. You just use half of what you normally would use, and then maybe do a pump of of sweet almond oil.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's a little bit thinner. And then it cuts it down on the thickness of it, and then you're able to kind of get it in beard better. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there's different things like that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun kind of I don't know as much as I would like to, but even just like exploring kind of like the different like products that use like the different blends of carrier oils and like
Mm-hmm.
seeing how those like respond together and like all that kind of stuff. It's funny. Just like there's so much that like goes into a beard that like if you don't like actively like go research, like you have no idea about like
Yeah,
the
and I think
whole world of all that.
there's a lot of people who probably just randomly buy from different companies and probably have no idea why one works for them and the other one doesn't work for them.
Mm-hmm.
See, that would
Yep.
drive me nuts.
Yep.
That would drive me absolutely nuts. I want to know why this one doesn't work for me. Is it because the ingredients aren't as good, or is it because they're using the carrier oil that just doesn't work for me?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's yeah, it's a whole science.
Oh, for sure. I was talking to Corey from Weatherbeard, and
Yep.
he's saying that he bought like 100 millimeters of different carrier oils, and he's just going to be tinkering with it to try and figure out what works best for him. And I could just imagine that taking so many tries to try and
Totally.
nail that down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, when he was like after we finished recording, because it was me, Corey, and then Nick, the bearded beanie.
Okay.
So yeah, so after we finished recording, Corey gave us like he like told us what his like he's doing a new carrier blend. I won't
Yeah.
spoil it on the podcast, but he's doing a whole new blend with like stuff that like apparently not even Dan C is like heard of in a beard product.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And I think you know, Corey's been doing this for a long time, and
Yep.
he's
I
already
think
been
5 years.
vocal about. Yeah,
Yep.
he's been vocal about him wanting to change and rebrand. He's done it
Hmm.
on. He said it on his live stream, so
Yep.
I think he's okay with us talking about it. But you know,
Yep.
like him doing something that's unique and original, and
Hmm.
understanding that you know this is going to be kind of your signature thing, kind of like Copper John has the ionic sea minerals. You know, that's
Hmm.
really cool. You know, or you know, Black Rebel doing the emu or ostrich oil or
Yeah,
whatever. You
Australia
know,
now.
each
Yep.
kind of. I think it's really cool when each company has their kind of niche. You know,
Hmm. Yeah, totally.
it's you got to stand out for something. You know, I mean, I can just any Waltumus Prime Beard Co. and then just toss some stuff, carry it all together, and then put some essential oils, and then no one's going to buy that. No
Yeah.
one's going to buy that. You know, you have to have something that you're making your own mark. You know.
Hmm. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, like you're saying, you have to stand out, and that's why like the companies that do well, like I'm just on your Instagram, like yeah, like Mudcat Whiskers, like I I'm actually getting some stuff from them to review at some point this year. They haven't said when, but they're gonna be sending some stuff out. I talked to the owner recently, but just like their labels and their whole theme, like it's super cool.
Yeah. And that's why I like to do those posts, just the stats. I don't know if you figured it out yet, but I do those posts because sometimes I want to just find out what's the carrier blend, what it smells like, and what's the person's experience. And you can do that all in 10 seconds on my
Ah,
post.
that makes
So
sense.
like, oh, the Muscasi's medium. Okay, it's got jojoba, hemp seed, you know, so on. And this is the scent profile. Boom.
That's
Now I
really
know
smart.
exactly.
Yep,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so I've been doing that. Bucking Beards is actually an interesting company. The guy is a
Yeah,
pharmacist or something,
I've seen so many people posting that they won giveaways from them recently. Like I've seen like
and
I think it's like 3 or 4 different people.
so the guy's like getting to the science part of the beard game, which is kind of cool. So
Yeah, yep,
he's learning about humectants, occlusants, and you know emulsants and stuff, and
yep,
he's starting to figure out how all these different things work. And
cool.
it's just really cool to hear him how he creates this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I figured I'd give him a try, and
Cool.
it worked good. It's a thicker oil. It's a
Okay.
thicker
Yep.
oil, but what I do is I I can always just add a little bit of something to it to kind of make it a little bit more workable. And I'll
Mm-hmm.
put it in beard. Feels great.
Yep.
I got the hemp beard cream, and that was really enjoyable. It's got a good smell to it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know, he's got his own thing. He's like, okay, my niche is I'm gonna be more about the science. You know,
Yeah, totally.
even though I felt like beard science would be so much better, you know, in my mind for a company that's really about science.
Yep.
But you know, he went with Buck Yeah, which is still a cool name too. You know,
Yep. Totally. Yeah. What did you think about A Silent Night from Clever Beard Co? Because I'm just looking at your
it
the
was
photo.
good. It was good.
Yep.
Um, to me, it's really reminds me of like a Christmas tree with a little bit of spices in it, you know,
Yep.
and it's definitely got its own. It's undisclosed, but you know,
Yeah.
for me, it smells like they stuffed like holiday spices, and they got a little Christmas tree in it, you know, and
Yep.
it works, you know.
Yep.
Um, I would I would say it's not exactly like Fir Tree from Beard Octane, but it's in that
Okay.
same kind of realm, you
Yep.
know.
Yep. Yeah. Like I got it for review, and like yeah, like Ryan the owner wouldn't even like tell me or any of the other reviewers what the exact scent profile was.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's like a pine tree, kind of fir tree scent with some spices, holiday spices in it.
Yep.
You
Yep. Yeah, I would agree with
know?
that for sure. Yeah, it's like kind of woodsy-ish, but like got with like some sweetness to it.
Yeah, kind of like some sweet spice or something,
Yeah, yep.
you know, or spiced berries or something. I don't know, something like that.
Actually, let me grab it. I got it on my shelf. Hold up.
And I find that stuff interesting trying to figure out. That's one cool thing about Ruddy Reveal. I don't know
Yep.
if you can see this, but Ruddy Reveal, he puts a gold label that you scratch off, and I don't know what's underneath it,
Oh,
but the whole thing is like
Cool.
Okay, so I got it. I got it with the detective's badge, and then
Yep.
you do a QR code. You go to this thing, you listen to this 6-minute story, and then throughout the week, he sends you an email, and you're going to get little hints and clues, and it's supposed to kind of help you figure out the story, but also to figure out the profile.
Yep.
This one I get like a berry, like a almost like a cherry tobacco set.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Yep.
But I'm curious to see how accurate I am.
Yeah.
Like I get like a berry tobacco, so we'll find out at the end of the month what it is.
Cool.
So
yep.
I might sound like I know what I'm talking about, but when this releases, or I might sound like an idiot.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I have to revisit this when it goes live because I think
for sure.
I'm just trying to think of I've done so many episodes recently. I have to like YouTube Studio is so helpful.
Content.
Yeah,
some serious content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
I got
Yeah, this will be February 22nd that this goes live.
Okay.
Yep.
So I got a question for you. BTMS 50, which is like an emulsifier.
Yep.
It's in a lot of conditioners and stuff. How do you feel about it being in beard products?
I honestly don't know if I've used any that have it or like really like thought about it too heavily. I don't know why. What are your thoughts on that? Like,
okay, so I get the idea that you want to put everything natural on your beard and everything be natural, but I feel like if it's something that's made specifically for a person to take care of himself, like BTMS 50 is in a lot of conditioners, and people put that on. So I really was surprised when people were really so like, from what I understand, people were kind of not for it, and I don't know why they weren't for it, and I thought it was unusual. But I mean, it's kind of two sides of a coin. On one side, yeah, you want to use all natural and everything, but on the other side, I'm meanwhile slamming Mountain Dew and eating fast food or something. And then I'm gonna complain about BTMS 50 being in my little bottle of beard oil. So it's like,
yeah,
you can draw the line. So I mean,
I
mean, obviously, I don't want anything to hurt my beard, but if BTMS 50 is made to condition hair, then why is it so bad to be in a beard oil? I don't know. So it's like I'm kind of torn between it, but it's interesting. I like to get people's different opinions, and that's kind of like everybody's kind of got their own opinion about it. Kind of like CBD, it's like
facts.
I think it has nothing to do. It doesn't do anything. It's all hype. And I've kind of strategically gone into like different like live streams and asked people what their thoughts on with CBD, just to kind of get their gauge on it. And it's about 50-50.
Yep.
Some say that they love CBD in their beer and they think it's great, and then some people think it's all hype. And I guess it partially could be fill in beard, and everybody's beard's different. On the other hand, I think also maybe people aren't giving it enough of a shot.
Yep.
Like I didn't really think anything of it until I used it consistently for about 3 days, and then I was like, okay, I get it now. I felt my beard felt healthy, it felt light, it felt soft. So I understood that. And what I did now is I have a bottle of CBD oil that I just regular tincture. It's 1,000 milligrams unscented.
Yep.
And it's natural. So what I'll do sometimes, if like I might put a couple of drops in my hand before I put my beard oil in my hand.
Yep.
So it's like I'm taking any beard oil and I'm adding CBD to it, and it's kind of making it.
I'm gonna try that because I just got some more CBD oil recently because I use it like when I'm falling asleep.
Yep. So I just put a couple of drops in my hand because you think one bottle of beard oil from what is it? Fable. It's got 50 milligrams of CBD in that whole bottle.
Yeah. Yep.
So you got to imagine if I take a couple of drops from 1,000 milligram bottle, that's probably pretty comparable, if not even a little bit more.
Yep.
Because let's see, I just can't imagine how many. So 1,000 bottles. That's 25 for each one. That's 4. that's what, 40 bottles
Yeah.
you could fill up, you know, I don't know, 40 or
Yeah.
50 bottles.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm curious. So I'm trying it out. I've been doing it for a couple of days, and I've noticed my beard's been pretty soft. So I'm going to
Cool.
continue doing it.
Yep.
You know, and then you know, I'm starting to wonder though. Like the companies that are coming out, the good companies, they're all trying to change their carol plans, and they're all getting to where they can make people's beards feel soft. But where do we hit the point of no return where, like, okay, everybody's beard oil makes you feel soft. There's really nothing new that they can come out with to make it softer.
True.
So
yeah, then I feel like at that point it becomes like who has the best experience, like presentation, like shipping time, like
scent profile,
like social media interaction, yeah, scent profiles, like, because I feel like when it gets to the point that everybody can do can do products that make your beard feel soft, then it's going to be those other things that like are distinguishing you, and like distinguishing like each company, and like making like you choose like this company versus that company.
Right. And like, say for instance, Joe Schmo comes out with a beard oil. It's got ostrich oil in it, emu oil, CBD, and ionic saline minerals, all in one bottle.
That would be stupid expensive.
Yeah, like you're gonna pay $60 for that.
Yeah, for real.
$60 for that bottle, or $100 for that bottle. Is it
really
would be worth it? Your beard's going to feel fantastic, but then you can also buy a Running Man grooming bottle that also makes your beard feel fantastic. So where do you reach the point where someone's going to be like, I'm not going to spend that extra money just to say I have something when my beard feels just as good using this one?
Facts. Yep.
So I'm kind of curious where that's gonna kind of reach. I know it's so the newer companies, they still have these issues, but the established companies, they all have great beard oils.
Facts.
I think like you said, the experience is worth it as well. You get a bottle opener.
Yeah, I feel like that's really what it's going to come down to, is like the experience, the customer service, like, because like beard products really, there's a point where it's like really not that difficult to do. And like do it well, especially with like all the information that's available now, and like all the reviewers that you can talk to, like it's a matter of like the experience, and like having like one company that just like that comes to mind, like that does like a theme really well, is Magic City Beard Company. Like I just ordered from them yesterday, and they've got the whole like Florida like beach kind of vibe, like orange, like cool, like retro style, like
very Miami
like shirts, and like and they've got like simple branding, and like this is hilarious. Just beard.
There you go. Straight to the point, right?
Yeah. It's so funny.
Not missing words here.
Yeah. And like, oh man, I'm so excited. This is one of the ones that I got. Yeah. I got 2 oils and 2 butters, and then a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And it's, especially this one, I'm so excited to smell. Like,
oh, for sure.
Yeah, cumin cigar, smooth whiskey, warm ambers, a little bit of spicy clove, like.
That's cool, man.
And wood notes like that.
That's a good profile.
Yeah.
I think that's when you're starting to understand how to make your scents, and they kind of all blend together, instead of being like, oh, I'm going to do that and then throw in pear and cedarwood. It's like, what? It doesn't make any sense. So he's got like a theme. He's got scents. He's offering a great service, and then he's got his ostrich oil, which is also a big thing about him.
Yep,
which is cool.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up my. Hold up. Sorry, go ahead.
No, and then and like you said, it's about the experience. When you get something, like Beard Mon is cool because you get the purple little satchel like it looks like felt or something satchel when you get your beard oil in it. You got
Mm-hmm.
the cool beard mono sticker. You
Yeah.
know, so when you start seeing that stuff, it's like, okay, you know, it gives you a reason to kind of purchase from that company, you know, along
Totally.
with having a great scent. Because tell you what, if I get from a small company, it's a decent beard oil, but it's not great, you know, and it's just the beard oil, and I'm paying $18
Yep.
plus shipping. It's like I can get a great beard oil from somebody else and get some cool little stuff and
Yep.
have a great sense and just as well, you know. So
Yep. No, it's like there's one of the ones that like I'm really intrigued by is Broke Ass Beard Co. because their products are so like they're so cheap. So I think it's like $9 for a beard oil. But like I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about them.
yeah, I got a broke ass beard comb. I got the oud and more oud.
Okay, cool. What do you think about
Good.
that? Yeah, cool.
Smells like oud.
That
You know?
makes sense. Yep, yep.
Yeah, they nailed it. No, but it's like, yeah, it's a great scent. My beard felt good. I like the clear bottles with the yellow color to them.
Yep,
Like I think that's the jojoba.
yep,
You know,
yep.
I don't know, just something about that. When you get the clear bottle and you have like that yellow beard oil or that jojoba, are you able to see the color of it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just something about it works, you know. And they have so what I understand is they have like they print out their labels and then they drew like a number on them for when they do colognes.
Yep.
And
Yeah, just to save money
they'll
on to save money on the labels. Yep.
yeah, so each one's kind of unique, which is cool. So
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah,
And then
totally.
also you can't beat the price.
Yeah,
You know. Have you tried Taylor Beer Co?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, I tried it
They're
once.
on the
It's the
list.
pomegranate one.
Okay, cool.
Pretty good. I was gonna buy some more, but then they wound up changing their carrier blend, and then
Okay.
they decided to like sell everything off before they did it. So by the time
Okay.
I finally got back on the website, like most of their stuff was already sold out. So
Oh man.
kind of
Yep.
waiting to see what they do, and then once they relaunch, maybe I'll order something from them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, and I'm hoping Weatherbeard doesn't launch their new stuff for. It seems like it's going to be a while, but
Yeah, I think you said mid-year.
yeah. So that's less painful on my wallet because I
Yeah, right.
just bought from them like last week or something like that.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
and then Creme de Earth just launched their new bottles, which
Yeah, I
might
heard something about that.
yeah, and you'll see in my my podcast episode that I did with Mike, he gave me like an exclusive first look at them.
Oh, cool.
I think even before because like he was on Daniel's live stream the next day, but he showed me the beard oil first. And I was like,
That's
and then
awesome.
and I think I talked to you about that when I was like, yeah, those look awesome, and then Mike's like, yeah, I'll be shipping one out to you, and Daniel's face his jaw just drops. I'm like,
Yeah, that's competition for you.
nah,
That's
Mike's great.
awesome.
Mike's awesome. He's a gangster. Yeah, he just did.
Seems like a nice guy. I've never tried any of his products, but I like.
Yeah, I
got a
like his
niche.
stuff. Yep.
It's like an Irish name, from what I
Yep.
understand.
Yep.
It means like be well or something, and you know his niche is kind of like that Irish heritage kind of niche, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's made his own kind of round.
Yep.
You know,
Totally.
and I think that's important. You know,
Yeah.
especially if you want to actually survive in the beard market. You know.
Yeah. There's so many companies. Like.
Oh wow, is that the new bottle?
Yep.
Oh wow, that's nice. I like it. It's like a cologne bottle.
Yep.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. These look awesome.
Yeah, is that a 1 ounce or 2 ounce?
Uh, let's see. Yeah, 1 ounce.
1 ounce.
Yep.
We've got jojoba oil, sweet almond oil, apricot oil, black Jamaican castor oil, sunflower seed oil, macadamia nut oil, vitamin E oil, and then essential oil blends. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is a solid carrier blend.
Yeah.
For real.
No, I like his stuff. The butter's nice and soft. It's like it's not super waxy. Like
Yeah. So what I avoid is I always avoid having the Jamaican castor oil or the grapeseed oil being farther up on the list.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
If it's further towards the back and they have less of it in it, then I'm okay.
Yep.
You know, but if it's heavy with the castor oil or the sweet or grapeseed oil,
Yep.
probably
Yeah,
not for
totally.
me.
Yep.
You know.
This scent is so. I ordered Irish cream, Forbidden Forest, and Cinnamon Dream in
Yeah.
oil and butter, and then Mike threw in lime and coconut in the beard butter, and then their I think it's called Yule Tidings, their Christmas scent.
Oh, okay.
Like he made one for me and included it.
Yeah.
Just because international shipping is so bloody awful.
Yeah. Where is he located out of?
Chicago.
Okay. So
Yep.
oils are a little bit on the pricier side, correct?
Yeah.
He's like along the lines of like Pedro in the mid 20s, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But
But
if I mean, hey, if it's really up there and you're getting the experience and you really feel like it's working for you, then I think it's worth it. And that's kind of have to weigh your options. You know, you're getting that experience and and it's just something that really speaks to you, and then you really want to support the company, then I guess and that paying a little bit of extra money is okay. It's
yep.
acceptable.
Totally.
And that's how I feel about it.
Yep. No, 100%. Yeah, it's I'll be reviewing them soon.
Cool.
I have so many videos to make.
I know
Despite
you
it's
got
like despite how many I've gotten done, it's still like what's on my list. I just keep like an ever evolving list of videos that I have to do, and it just never ends.
Yeah, that's good though. I mean, that's
Yeah, no,
consistent content.
it's super fun.
You're never
Yeah,
gonna run out of stuff to do. Like
no,
you're always
no, and like
gonna have constant stuff.
yeah, like I got stuff from Arduous Man for review, so I need to review that. That's the next one that I have to do. Barn Brand Beard Co. I've got 2 oils and a balm from them that I want to talk about. Beard Brothers, I've got an oil and 2 balms from them. Copper Johns and Bearded Coast, I review them soon. Beard Tings, I'm gonna have to review them. Um, and then I'm gonna be unboxing Weatherbeard soon, and then Weatherbeard full review, and then I think it was in like November. I won like a contest that this UK company called Odin's Beard Care was running. So you got to do like you bought one product and then got a free oil. So I got one of their butters. Actually, let's pull up their website. I forget which one it was. Hold up. Odin's Beard Care. But yeah, that it finally shipped out recently because they're like the international shipping was like closed just because of like everything going on with COVID. It's just so annoying.
So when you're doing reviews, like you said that you just kind of you review it, and then if you need to cut stuff out, you can cut stuff out and whatnot. And then you then what do you insert like your B-roll, like your panning of like the products
Yep.
and pictures and stuff like that over inside of it? Is that
Yep.
kind of how it works?
Yep. Yeah. So if I'm like recently, I'm editing. Like I've been filming and editing on my phone. So I'll like for like when I break up the clip, or like when I'm starting a new segment, I'll I'll kind of like I'll do like a couple like B-roll shots of like whatever product I'm testing before I like before and then just as kind of like a lead into to the like to the next segment, and then
Right.
usually in this at the start of the video, well, you'll see it in when my next review drops on Friday. It's like that same kind of format. Like I filmed it, edited it, and uploaded it all from my phone. And yeah, so it's like film my initial talking points and then like B-roll, and then just kind of split the clips, throw some B-roll in, then like a couple different spots.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love camera work. I've always found camera work very interesting. If you ever get a chance to watch Barbado Joe's Beard and Films, have you ever heard of him?
Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, and he did one on Reservoir Dogs,
Okay.
and he just cuts up Reservoir Dogs until like I think he's on like 6 or 7 episode 6 or 7, and he does like a 5 or 10 minute piece of that
Hmm.
each scene,
Yep.
and he breaks down what Quentin Tarantino is doing. You know, like in the opening shot when they're all at the diner, and how the camera slowly pans and it zooms in on each individual character, and then it might zoom in on these two characters, but
Okay. Yep.
then and it's just like and then it shows how each person's kind of connected or disconnected,
Yep.
and it's just really well done. The Joe really did a really great job explaining everything, and that it got me into learning about what his take on how they use the camera and how it's used in film to either separate people, connect people, make the person feel like they're in a chaotic situation,
Yep.
make it feel like you're a spectator, or if you're along for the ride and you're doing a perspective view, and just you can go so far, and I
Hmm.
think it's really really cool.
Yep.
You know, and
Facts.
I know that's your kind of your thing is the camera work.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not necessarily like the best like on camera with like talking points and all that kind of stuff. So like I try to make up with it with like some cool like obviously I'm not on the same level as Brandon yet, but try my best with what I have.
No, you're doing great, man. Especially with
Hmm.
what you have, what you're working with. You know what you told me about, and
Hmm.
and I think that the talking on camera just kind of comes with you know
Yeah, well, and yeah,
time.
that's the thing. Like, since podcasting so much and doing so many other videos, I've noticed it's way easier now than it was.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure.
um, especially because of the podcast, like just
Yeah,
like
yeah, and it
multiple
helps. It
hours
helps
of
get
just like
comfortable.
talking. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I when I was before my previous department in claims, I was working in a repair department, and I
Okay.
would teach. I would teach these customer service reps about repairs on homes, and I would have to stand in front of them, or do it over a Zoom call or a
Mm-hmm.
Teams meeting call. And I had to be in front of them and talking and acting and putting on the show to keep them interested.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. And eventually, at first, I was nervous, but then eventually I got into it. And then people would tell me that I was probably one of the farthest, the funnest, hardest but funnest things for them to get into was my class on repairs. They actually
Oh,
enjoyed
cool.
it. They
Okay,
said
nice.
it was hard, but it was fun. And then when they walked away, they felt like they really learned something.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
that
That's
kind
that's
of
what you want
helped
to
give
do.
me yeah, and
Yeah, that's the
that
way to
kind
do
of
it.
gave me more confidence to where when
Mm-hmm.
I get in front of the camera, I'm like, you know what? Just me and the camera. I'm just talking to somebody.
Yep.
I try not to think about it too much, and it's like I'm talking to my best friend, and just pretending like they're not even, no one's even there or
Yeah,
something,
totally.
And
Yeah,
I find that when you think about it, then you freeze up, but and
totally.
also it's really good to you like to be open and and to be able to communicate and show facial expression or to use your hands or things like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to sit at the camera and just be like, here's my beard oil, it smells like cloves, and it's got grapeseed and doesn't feel great in beer. It's
I,
like,
I, I will resist the urge to name names.
I know, but you know what I mean, though. It's just like, to me, that's not
Yep.
engaging. You want something that's engaging.
Uh-huh. Facts.
You know, So,
Yep. And that's why the guys that grow with organic growth grow.
yeah,
Because they're entertaining, they got cool videos, they got like they're helpful, they're
and
consistent.
everybody's got their own style. I feel like you have your own style. And then and it's going to help you have organic growth, just like Ken and Dave and
Mm-hmm.
Dan C each have their own style.
Yep.
And it's really cool to see that growth, and people even evolve too.
Totally.
Someone could be like Dan C's old videos. He's a little bit more stiffer and stuff like that. But then
Yep.
as he grows, and over the years of seeing his content, I mean, he's just like, he puts on the show.
Yeah, it's so true.
And people love the show.
Yep.
So that's really really neat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think the beer community is just going to continue growing, and then as it continues growing, people are going to gravitate towards to those different people who really try.
Yep.
Who put in the cool content, you know, and
Yep.
just really just know that they're there because the person that's talking to them is being honest and open and is actually engaging.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Facts. Yep. No, 100%. I just saw the cousins are live now with their new YouTube live stream that they're doing.
That's right, man. I tell you, you need to start doing some live streams. People will start gravitating towards that, you know.
Yeah, no, it's true.
The cousins have an interesting dynamic, you know.
Yeah, totally. No, and it was fun to talk to them on the podcast because it's like they're so familiar with Zoom and like kind of interacting like that way. Just because of like
that's how they do their reviews.
That's how they do it. Yeah, exactly. That's how they do their reviews.
So their reviews that exact way, which is really cool, you know. And Joe and Kyle are totally different aspects, you know.
Totally.
Kyle's a little bit more, I'd say, laid back and kind of chill, and then, you know, and Joe's a little bit more, you know, a little more hard hitting on how he talks, you know.
Yep, facts.
You know, but they're cousins and they get along well and they do it together really well. It's really cool.
No, totally. Yeah,
it's a unique dynamic.
Totally, yeah. And when I first like discovered the channel, I was like, that's such a clever idea. Having like two people like talking about the same products, just like over Zoom,
like different opinions.
Yeah, it's such a smart concept. It's kind of like miniature podcasts, like kind of like what I'm doing, but like 16 minutes long, just focused on like one product. It's a really smart concept.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, it's just about 9:30 at this point, and we're at about 2 hours and 3 minutes. I think we can cut it off here.
Of course, man.
Bring it back for round 2 soon.
Again,
we will.
Let me know. I'm always down to hang out.
Yep. Yeah, I want to.
Chats.
Yep. Yeah. Round 2, get somebody else on with us.
There we go.
We'll figure that out. We'll talk.
Oh, for sure. You know, I'm always down to hang out and chat about beard stuff or just life in general, or just
100%.
Woodworking, bonsai, whatever it is. You know.
Yep.
You know, camera stuff, movies.
Yeah, and it was cool. Like this chat. It's like we call it the beer chats, but we still were able to weave in other stuff too, like throughout the chat, which was cool.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. And that's always one of the things that I've tried to do with this podcast. It's like, yeah, it's focused around beards, but bearded guys do more than just talk about beards.
Yeah, I feel like beards might be the platform, but then we can talk about, you know, life in general and just what our interests are about beyond beards. Like I even though I don't do content creation, I love it. I love talking about it. I love learning about it.
Totally. Yep. 100%. Yeah. So for everybody watching, I'll have Walt's Instagram link down below. Go show him some love. Check him out. Yeah. If you, I need to be more deliberate about that. Like I'm always bad about being like, oh yeah, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Because I always forget. Like I've seen people, like a lot of people do it at the beginning, and I'm like I never did it that way. So it's like trying to work that in more now, just because it does help. Yeah. So if you're not subscribed already, hit the button below. Leave a comment if you've tried any of the products that we talked about or any thoughts on the episode. Yeah. Back for more soon.
I tell you what, you will not be disappointed following Jordan's YouTube channel. It's really good content, honest reviews. The reason why they call it the Bearded Truth.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Facts. Yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, so everybody go show Walt some love. Thanks again for coming on. It was a good time. We will make this happen again soon.
Awesome, man. Glad to do it.
Cool.